right, my waste today is over processing, all steps that do not add value to the product. And in that, we're going to talk about not putting, for the office waste, not putting in the, I believe it's guest notes or guest notes when their people are passing their inspections or not. For everyone, not just for some of them, but for everyone. The wasted employee genius is that we need to know it's a waste of time doing inspection if they pass or fail, and then we don't know in the notes by the next shift if they've actually passed or failed. Emma's in the background, so you'll hear her walking around, and so is Luca. Underutilized technology. You can tell us that they passed or failed in the group chat. Obviously, that's not the best way, but writing it in ResNext is something that everybody has to use while working the front desk, and when they can just look at all the guest information right there. It's either in guest information or guest folio, or I think it's guest folio. But and then the under communication, delayed feedback. We're not communicating with the next staff member or the next shift what is going on with the room. So when they go in there and they're like, "Oh, okay, well, this is your inspection," the guests lie. They do. So they don't want to get kicked out. So they'll tell you, "Oh, this is my first inspection," and then you're like, "Oh, okay, you failed." You get one more to fail, and it's actually their third, and they needed to have been out a whole inspection ago, which is a couple days. And the defect is now somebody has to go in there and be like, "Hey, this room doesn't pass. You can't have the stuff in the room," and it's a possible confrontation because there's a miscommunication from staff to staff. Over processing is when that person does get kicked out. Luca's here too. Hi, Luca. Hi. Over processing is when that person does get kicked out. People like me and Luca or Jen yesterday have to fill the whole back of the truck with all of their garbage and then throw it away. It took 2.5 truckloads to throw away somebody else's garbage yesterday that they didn't take, and then they came back asking if it was still here for them to take. Like, no, it's not. Which will lead us to being difficult to do business with. Nobody wants to have the room next to the guy that's hoarding all of the garbage or all the trash or I have 2 of the boxes of kitty litter for spills, but there was like 5 of them. There's just an excessive amount of stuff, and they need to be able to get their stuff and leave within an hour. But it's difficult to do business with because then there's all this eyesore of trash all in front of our building. It's running the face and everything else, and then people don't want to come stay here because like, ooh, it's a trash hotel or a motel. So we don't want any of that. But yeah, 6 office waste.